guys, welcome back to our channel. So right now we are at Barcelona's airport, and guess what? We are waiting to get on a plane to go to Frankfurt, Germany, and then after that place we're going to
Rio de Janeiro.
exactly, because we've been wanting to have some, samba. Anyway, so we are really excited because we are going there. It's been it's been some time since we bought these tickets. And we actually bought them when we were in quarantine, when we got infected back in December, on 26th of December. And we bought them actually 5 days later, I think. And here we are.
Here we are now. We've had a very hectic day. We've had to do lots of travel forms, COVID tests, hotel booking, lots of different things, because until you get a negative result, you don't actually know if you're going to be able to travel.
Exactly, because since coronavirus appeared in our lives, in the past you would buy a flight and you would go anywhere. There would be, I would say, 90% of probability that you would fly indeed. But since coronavirus, obviously now I would say that went down to 40%, because there are very big possibilities that you can get infected, and then all your plans just basically got to the trash can, and that is really sad, but that is life now with COVID.
So we've got 2 hours left and then we're on the road.
Exactly. Guys, here we are in Germany. Now we need to find our gate to Rio de Janeiro, and we're quite excited.
Not quite, extremely.
Yeah, extremely excited. Here we are, guys, we are ready. We're off to Rio.
Here we go.
It's going to be a long journey.
Double-decker plane. It looks very spacious, wide seating, wide leg room. Let's see how everything goes.
Yeah. So, see you in 12 hours?
12 hours time, guys.
I don't know how often you go on transatlantic trips, but I have to say that it's rather scary to think about the fact that you have to cross the whole Atlantic to go from Europe to America. But anyway, thanks to God, we are about to land, and here we are in Brazil. We made it to Brazil, guys. We heard that the best way to get from the airport to the city was by getting an official taxi, and this is what we did. Richley and I had been dreaming about coming to Brazil for so many years. I'm talking about 6 years more or less, and we finally made it to this lovely country. We've got very high expectations, and we are not scared whatsoever, even though many people told us not to come here. I'm so happy that we actually heard our voice in our hearts, and we made it to Rio de Janeiro. I'm so excited. So guys, this is where we're going to be staying in Copacabana. Obviously this is not a first line hotel, however we're still in Copacabana. So we had to pay 20 euros extra because we really wanted to come in, just to drop our things and just to go out to have a nice time here in Rio. It's really hot, humid, and we just wanted to get rid of everything. Now, in those extra 20 euros that we paid, we had breakfast included, so we can go have a nice Brazilian breakfast. Now, let me show you just briefly a room here. And I mean, it's quite simple, but it's rather spacious. So there is a very spacious bathroom, and we've got two beds here. We've got like a double bed, and then we've got like a single bed. I'm not even going to show you the view that we've got to the street because it's rather gross, because it's just like basically facing like another building. Anyway, we are here to sleep because guess what? These two, after breakfast, are going to the beach to swim. How dare you? When you come from Europe or from North America, you would agree that our fruit is absolutely disgusting. When you come to tropical countries, it's like going to paradise because fruit tastes like fruit. So guys, here we are on the street. So right now we are walking to Copacabana beach. We want to find a place where to exchange some euros to reals. And I'm kind of like scared that someone's gonna grab my telephone. And well, I mean, I don't know if this is the reality, but I've been told by many people that this happens quite a lot. So I'm trying to be very like careful. Richard, what do you think about Copacabana neighborhood?
Well, we're about to go to the beach. We're about to see it for the first time. So
yeah, but you are right now, by the way, like in Copacabana.
It's very tropical. Lots of flowers, lots of plants. Smells quite interesting, like nice foods that people are cooking everywhere. And yeah, very green. That's the first thought I have. Very green everywhere.
Welcome to Copacabana, one of the most important and iconic neighborhoods here in Rio de Janeiro. It is located in the south zone of the city. It's mostly prominently known for its 4-kilometer balneario beach. We are so excited to be here. So guys, this is where we are going to be staying. We are going to be renting this parasol and t-shirt, and we're going to have to drink in front of the beach. What do you think? I believe that we are going to stay here the whole day. This is just like beautiful. I've been wanting to come to this beach for like so many years, and finally we are here. Richie, what do you think?
Now I'm feeling better.
For me, it's a dream come true to be at Copacabana with Richie. From an early age, I watched soap operas from Brazil, and I used to see the beach, specifically this one, Copacabana, and I would dream about the day when I could be able to enjoy these lovely waters at this Brazilian beach. And look at me, here I am after so many years, but I finally made it. I'm so happy. After a nice swim, it's time to enjoy a nice Brazilian drink. Caipirinhas. Oh yes. Cheers!
To Brazil.
To Brazil. Wow, they are a lot better than what they thought actually. It's got a really nice flavor. I know that for many of you it's gonna be kind of strange to go swimming with a top, but today the UV index light is quite high. 11, imagine. That is dangerous. Guys, I have to say that this beach is like paradise basically. I feel so relaxed, so like happy, and gosh, like I mean I've been wanting to have this for like quite some time. I mean the winters can get quite long, you know, like in Europe, so this is like a nice street after a long winter. So I feel quite happy that we came here to Brazil.
And we're enjoying getting tipsy with the caipirinhas.
I'm not tipsy. Are you tipsy? I forgot that Brazil had the Atlantic Ocean, which means that the water was really cold. Later that day, we decided to go to the city center to get some Brazilian food. So we are about to have dinner, and Rich is in pain because he refused to be in the shade as I told him to do it. but he still wanted to get tanned. So this is what happens.
I'm going to correct what you just said. It's not because I wanted to get tanned, it's because I was cold, because the water was freezing.
Anyway, so let's
but
review what we're going to have today for dinner. So we're going to have this thing that I forgot the name, but I'm going to tell you later, obviously.
Tamal.
No, it's not tamal. We're going to have this first. Tamal comes later. Here we go. Mmm.
Nice.
It's quite creamy. Guys, when you come to Brazil, you definitely need to give a go to the cozinhas. They are extremely tasty.
Okay, so this is called like corn atoll, and basically it's got like the texture of semolina, and it smells like corn on the cob. Here goes. Delicious.
Do you like it?
Extremely sweet, but very delicious, and
tasty.
A very nice body to it. It's like having like a sweet porridge, but of corn. Good morning. So today we start with the whole of the sightseeing package. We're now going to order a taxi by Uber, and we're going to go to the Cristo El Redentor statue.
So guys, you are not going to believe what happened to Richley yesterday. So we went to the beach, as you know, and he got burned. So let me show you. This is what happens to you when you come from Northern Europe, plus you were not born here in Brazil. Now, let me tell you something. I know, like many people would say, in Brazil, there are no white people. For your information, 40% of the Brazilian population, it's white, with immigrants, you know, like, they are the descendants of immigrants coming from all over Europe. Now, obviously, the big point here is the following one. When you are not born in these sort of countries where obviously the ozone layer is not as strong as in Europe or like in North America, your skin is not used to it, so you can burn like easily. So Richley, unfortunately, he was not born here, so obviously his skin is extremely sensitive, and that's why he got burned. Once again, if you come to the southern hemisphere, you must be extremely careful, and you should protect your skin, because the ozone layer down here is really thin. In Europe, from where we come from, there is an average UV index of 6. But in Rio, there is a reading of 11 UV index, which is extremely harmful, so don't forget to use your sun cream. Now, we must appreciate how green and tropical this place is. I love all these trees. I would love to live here. So guys, this is the thing, when you come up here, you have to buy the entrance to go to see the statue, plus you have to get like the train to go up there and to go down to the city center. We thought that it would be a lot better to buy the entrance to the place plus the train thing, because that way we don't have to be relying on taxis. Just gonna be rather expensive. We're going to be paying like 20 euros each. However, I suppose that this is like the best thing to do. Guys, if you have been to Barcelona, specifically in the monastery of Montserrat, you would realize and think that this is so similar to that thing that, you know, like the cremallera train that goes from Monastrol like over to the monastery. This is exactly the same. So we are going to be getting a train that's going to take us up to Christ the Redeemer statue, and on the way back we are going to go straight down to the city center. Down here. Here comes our train, guys. Next stop, Christ the Redeemer statue. Just riding this train is an experience on itself. We went through this green way, and we also had some spectacular view to the bay. It was magical. So guys, we made it. We finally came to the summit of the mountain. And we've got the iconic and only one Christ the Redeemer statue in front of me. With all of you, one of the 7 wonders of the world, Christ the Redeemer is an art statue of Jesus Christ in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, created by French sculptor Paul Ladowski and built by Brazilian engineer Heitor da Silva Costa. The statue stands tall in its full splendor at the top of Covado Mountain in Rio de Janeiro. What do you think about this?
It's spectacular.
The view from here is just amazing.
It's extremely beautiful.
We're extremely high, and this dream just came true. We finally saw the statue. Gosh, when you think of about Brazil, this is the first thing that comes to your brain. We are in front of it. If you come to Rio de Janeiro, you must come up here. It doesn't really matter if that is a religious purpose or just because you want to have an amazing view of the city. You must come. And you must be as lucky as to see baptisms and weddings, because that is something very usual to happen up here. So guys, it is almost 11 a.m. in the morning and we want to have some coffee. So we are going to go to a lovely cafe to try some Brazilian coffee darlings. And I got this massive hat, but I just think that it's not going to match in Sao Paulo. I mean, here it does because obviously it's like a beach city.
Really?
But in Sao Paulo, I suppose I'm gonna look like a Vietnamese farmer. On the way to the city center, we found this lovely cafe. And by the way, we didn't order coffee because, as you can imagine, it is rather warm, so we went for 2 avocado shakes. They were absolutely mouth-watering, extremely creamy and tasty. And later we got something very interesting, which is a local thing, which is called acai. You must try it. This is something absolutely exotic and something new for your palate. If you want to be in a calm place, very European looking style, you should definitely come to Alaranjeiras. There are lovely cafes throughout the place. To say that if you would like to stay in a very nice area here in Rio, apart from Copacabana or like Ipanema, I would recommend you coming to this neighborhood because here you can find like all these sort of like European style cafes, and there are so many like beautiful houses and all stuff, and yeah, I really like it. This is so like the Roma neighborhood in Mexico City.
Yeah. And there are lots of little cafes and stuff and little shops, and it's not like a typical touristic park, you know.
Yeah, it's nice. Guys, so we have been trying to buy some internet because obviously without internet you cannot order Ubers here. Anyway, so we've been trying to speak with people, you know, like asking where to buy a SIM card. However, it seems that people like understand, I mean, I understand what they say, but they don't understand what I say. So that is a big lie when people say that actually Portuguese people understand more Spanish people, like Spanish speaking people. I think that is quite the opposite. I mean, I understand quite a lot like about what they say, but most of the time I've got the impression that Portuguese people, like Portuguese speaking people, don't really understand a word of Spanish. I'm sorry, but that's my impression. So guys, since it is midday, we are going to have lunch at a very nice restaurant that is just near our hotel. And let's see.
We're starving.
We are. I want to eat. We came across this lovely restaurant. I have to say that when we got what we ordered, we were extremely astonished, since the portion was a lot bigger than what we expected. We had 1 kilogram of meat each, pure meat. The flavor is just like, I would like to say, from another world. extremely tender, extremely tasty, extremely flavorsome, and I believe that we are going to have a very nice time here. So guys, we've come to see one of the most important sites here in Rio de Janeiro, which is the Sugarloaf Mountain. So we are going to buy the tickets because to go there you need to get like the cable car, and you have to go first to one of the mountain, which is like before going to the final one. And yeah, this is what we're going to do now. So the queue to buy the ticket is quite long. What do you think? We're going to be here for some time, right?
It's as long as, I don't know.
As the Great Wall of China.
Exactly.
There are two ways to get to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain. You can either use the cable car or you can hike to the top. But since we are naked, we are going to use the cable car. Definitely. We had to pay 21 euros per person, so it's not cheap, but I suppose that it's going to be worth it. So guys, in order to go to the main mountain, to the Sugarloaf, you have to make a stop to get like another cable car to go to the final destination. So this is amazing. The view that you can get from this place is just as beautiful as the one that you can get from the Redeemer Mountain. Sugarloaf Mountain is really special. It is situated at the mouth of Guanabara Bay, on a peninsula that juts out into the Atlantic Ocean. From here you can have spectacular views of all of Rio and beyond. So guys, we've got the sunset just behind us and it is absolutely magical, and I believe that this is a place that you definitely need to come like an evening time because you need to see this. And I'm enjoying the views that we're getting from here. On the way to Sugarloaf Mountain, we made two friends. He is from Venezuela and she is from Honduras, but they both live in Madrid now. Therefore, we decided to go for some drinks. We are going to enjoy these lovely caipirinhas with passion fruit. How amazing is it? Good morning everyone, so today is our third day here in Rio, and as you can see we are ready to go to the beach. We are going to meet up with these guys that we met from Madrid, and we are going with them to Ipanema Beach. Are you ready?
So looking forward to it because the beach really looks like Hawaii.
On the way we decided to go to Leblon instead of Ipanema. They told us that it is a lot better and nicer, so let's see if that's true. Today we're going to stay at the beach for the whole day, since tomorrow they're going back to Madrid, so we need to make the most of the time. So guys, we're going to be renting shares and 2 parasols, and all this came to 8 euros. Imagine, I mean that is so cheap. And this is Leblon, so that is such a very good deal. So guys, I'm about to get like a nice cone at the beach, which is something very typical here in Brazil. So let's see.
¿Cuánto vale el maíz?
8,
8, sí.
I have to say that I don't even recognize myself anymore. In the past I didn't like going to the beach, and now look at me, here I am enjoying myself eating this amazing corn with Richley and 2 new friends. What could be better than that? Is there any more Brazilian than people playing football at the beach? This is so incredible. I feel that I'm living a real fantasy. If you want to stay in an exclusive area here in Rio de Janeiro, you should definitely get your accommodation at Leblon. This place, in my opinion, is better than Copacabana. It feels safer, and walking down the streets is like if you are downtown Miami. For the end of the day, we decided to go for a nice Brazilian slap-up meal. It was delicious. Hello guys, good morning. So today is our 4th day here in Rio. So we decided to go to Petrópolis, which is a nearby city here in the state of Rio de Janeiro, which is the historical imperial city of the Brazilian Empire, where Emperor Pedro II ruled for many years. Anyways, so we are going to have this stew going with us today. And we are going to get a taxi to go there, so it's going to take like an hour, and I believe that this is going to be rather nice. This is the last day here. They are leaving tomorrow, so they were supposed to leave today, but they were confused, so it means that they are actually leaving tomorrow Monday. Today's Sunday, by the way. Here's our taxi. If you want to feel in a real European town when you come to Brazil, you should definitely consider coming to Petrópolis, which is a beautiful example of Brazil's incredible history linked to Europe. The town's name honors Pedro II, the last emperor of Brazil, who is entombed there at the Cathedral of Saint Peter of Alcantara. The city was the summer residence of Brazilian emperors and aristocrats in the 19th century. So guys, we've come to this restaurant and we are going to have lunch. So according to these people, we are going to have something that is really typical from Brazil, which is like, can you like explain about everything?
It's called churrasco a gaucha, and it's basically like pieces of meat with rice and chips and maybe some vegetables, and we're hoping it's going to be very delicious.
And etc.
Yeah.
And since Brazil has a very strong German influence, they are going to have 2 beers, and myself and her are going to have great Fanta. We would like to make a toast for our new friends. Voila, this is going to be our amazing lunch. Now it's time to go back into the town and to learn more about its history. Until the 18th century, the region was inhabited by Indios Coroaos, crowned Indians in Portuguese. While traveling to Minas Gerais along this route in 1822, Emperor Pedro I stayed at a farm owned by a Catholic priest named Correia and found the region's climate pleasant. His son, Emperor Pedro II, on March 16, 1843, signed an imperial decree ordering the construction of a settlement to be formed with the arrival of German immigrants. Therefore, in my opinion, this is the little Vienna of Latin America. I just love it. So guys, since the town is really small, plus because we couldn't see the Royal Palace, because guess what? It is closed on Sundays and Mondays. So today's Sunday, so we couldn't see it. And even tomorrow we wouldn't be able to see it neither. So anyway, so now we're going back home and we are going to go swimming. So we are really excited. And this is how you end a magical day, by going to the beach with good friends. So guys, unfortunately today is our last day here in Rio de Janeiro, therefore we decided to come to the old town to show you all the beauties that you can see here. Now, if you want to have a hint of European architecture here in South America, specifically in Rio, you should definitely come to Praça Alagoas. Here you can definitely see like so many European looking style buildings that you will feel like just as if you were in Barcelona, Paris and many other European cities.
When you come to Rio de Janeiro, don't think that all you have to do is go swimming in the sea. You really do have to look at these marvelous pieces of architecture everywhere you go. Seriously, you will think that Brazil is not what you had originally thought in your mind. Many people just think it's about just going in shores and going to the sea, but there's a lot more to see than that. And if you love like Germany or Spain or Portugal, you can see lots of these style buildings right here in the center.
We have been told by so many people, don't go to Brazil, Brazil is bad, it's ugly, it's dangerous, don't go there, you're going to die. And it's like, well, since I'm still alive and the center seems rather nice, then I suppose that they were wrong, because I am having the moment of my life. So guys, if you want a unique experience here in Rio, you should definitely come to SSL those bonges, because they are like trams like the ones that you can find in San Francisco and in Lisbon. So we are going to do now, and apparently they take you to the stairs, you know, like the famous ones. So guys, we just got the tickets and we are going to go on this bungee. The route of this bungee is gonna be throughout Santa Teresa. We really cannot wait to get up there. Apparently it's extremely beautiful. Let's go and find out if that is true. I sincerely don't understand why so many people have this wrong idea about Rio de Janeiro. This city is really dynamic, beautiful, and it has a lot of personality. And in my opinion, this is just as beautiful as San Francisco, Lisbon, or Barcelona. Santa Teresa neighborhood is located on top of Santa Teresa Hill, by the center of Rio. It's famous for its winding narrow streets, which are a favorite spot for tourists and artists. The neighborhood originated around Santa Teresa Convent, built in 1750, on the Destero Hill. At the end of the 19th century, it was an upper-class borough, as testified by its many opulent villas. Santa Teresa ceased being an upper-class neighborhood long time ago, but it has been revived as a fashionable hotspot. After getting off the tram, you can definitely go around the neighborhood. It's rather big, so you are going to have a very nice time strolling around. Right now we are going to show you one of the most important sites here in Rio. This has obviously become like a very interesting spot like throughout the years. I'm talking about the stairs of Santa Teresa. So this place is definitely a must-see place when you come to Rio. Celeron Steps is a set of world-famous steps in Rio de Janeiro. They are the work of Chilean-born artist Jorge Celeron, who claimed it as my tribute to Brazilian people. Santa Teresa Staircase has become a symbol of creativity and bohemianness of a vibrant neighborhood full of music and color. So guys, unfortunately we have come to the end of our vlog here in Rio, and there is not a better way than saying goodbye to this lovely tropical metropolis and having a nice tropical juice.
Therefore, we came to have an amazing papaya smoothie. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and see you next time on one of our amazing travels.